The following video may not be suitable for children 13 and under. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'll be reviewing this. This is Transformers Generation Select's Golf, also known as Skalor in the US. So in Japan, this figure was known as Golf, but in the US, he was a Seacon known as Skalor. Now this is a Takara Mall exclusive, but the version I got is from Hasbro Pulse, and he comes in this pretty neat black box, just like Snapchat, or I can't remember the other name, but here he is. Here's the side of the box. Pretty much all the same on all four sides. And then the back, of course, you have the barcode made in Vietnam. And let's break the tape on this and get him outside of the box. Or look at the inner box, I should say. And here is the inner box, and you can see here nice line art, Generation Select Seacon's Golf, little slip cover on the back. And I'll take out the slip cover. You have this nice plain brown box, Decepticon symbol, but everywhere else is pretty much plain. Let's open him up and see what we got here. And he is in beast mode. There he is. Okay, let's get this guy out of his package. Here is Golf out of package, also known as Skalor, and he comes with his instruction sheet, which is printed on glossy paper. It's all in Japanese, of course. This aside. He also comes with two guns over here, and these two guns can actually combine at these tabs here, which also combine to form a 5mm peg right over here. He comes with a sword with a nice paint app on it. Seems it's silver, but kind of a tinge of pinkish, like this color. Very nice. Looks like it combines with something else, as it seems like to be a half of a sword, or half of a bigger sword. He comes with a hand, which is a much improved hand than from what we got with Combiner Wars. And you can see here you have some 5mm pegs on the inside, so if you wanted to, you can, I guess if there was a weapon that you wanted to hold that way, for example, this sword has a 5mm peg on the side, like so. Has two of them, and then of course there's a 5mm peg on the top, so if you wanted to hold a weapon like this, you could, which is kind of neat. Now the cool part about this is with Combiner Wars, you had this hand that was made to either go on the left and the right, and the way they did it was they put thumbs on both ends. But the way they did it here is you have a thumb like this, and then you can flip it like so to be the left hand if you wanted. Now the other cool part is the fingers are individually articulated, but I'm not at these joints, but for me this is more than enough articulation. In fact, I'm hoping it would be cool to actually just buy these hands and change all of my Combiner Wars hands with these upgraded ones. That'd be very nice. Now, and here there's a slot for a Prime Master if you wanted to, but I prefer this cover instead. So very cool hand. So very much looking forward to the combined mode with these enhanced parts. Okay, enough with the accessories. Last but not least, you get Golf himself, Skalor. And as far as paint apps, I mean, he looks fine, but he could use some extra detail in here. It's just a little bit. Like even on the blue part of the leg, it would have been nice if there was some paint detail. I'm kind of hoping Toy Hacks makes a set for these guys as well. But for the most part, he looks really cool. I can't even tell which Terracon that he's borrowed from. Now, the tail is actually a weapon. It becomes his weapon. So you can flip it over. It has this double barrel gun. Nice gunmetal paint detail. One thing that I don't like is it would have been nice if they made it locking. So when you turn it, it locked into this position. But it doesn't lock, so I can see in the future this thing becoming loose one day. But yeah, cool little tail gun. Also, you have some nice 5mm pegs here for other things, and 5mm ports here on the side. So if you wanted to, you could take these guns, which has two 5mm pegs on it, and put it on him like this. So you can have his weapons. Now, I didn't see a place to put this, but I guess if you really wanted to have him attached, you could put it like so, or you could even on this side where the Prime Master is normally at, you could there's actually a little hole, 5mm hole there as well. So that's pretty cool. A lot of different peg options on him. Let's take out the weapon so we can take a closer look at the fish mode here. Again, like I said, nice detail on him. I like that eyes. Now in fish mode, he does have some articulation. Very cool that you can open the mouth. Get all that nice painted teeth to show. The arms, front arms, can only go up and down really. But the rear legs can go, can rotate, but they also can be brought out like this. So if you want to make like he was relieving himself, you could. Oh man. Oh, let's take this out. That came from the hand here. But yeah, that's pretty much the articulation for the fish mode. Very nice. Really like what I'm seeing from this set so far, and I'm looking forward to completing the rest of it. From the bottom view. Okay, let's get some size comparisons with him in his fish mode. Here's Gulf next to the leader of the Seacon's Turtler, or aka Snaptrap in the US. Here he is next to Earthrise Optimus Prime in vehicle mode. You can see he's pretty big in his beast mode. To transform Gulf, it's very simple. First, we remove the tail, which becomes his double-barreled weapon by rotating the fin. There he has his weapon. Let's put that aside. Let's lift the fin on his back and then take the legs and flip them over like so. I'm going to separate the legs, rotate this, the fish legs, and then peg it into the hole here to lock it in place. And do that with the other side as well. There you go. Take the fish head and pull it out like so, and then bring the arms down, the fish arms. Bring it down all the way if you want. I'm going to bring it down right here. Take the robot arms and split them, and then bring them down, rotate it, flip the fist out. There we go. Let's get the other side. Rotate the head, and then this little tab, or this little tab, will go in this little slot area. So this is going to come up, and then you can flatten it like so. And there you have Gulf in his robot mode. Very cool looking figure. Now let's take a look at his accessories. Now he does have his double-barreled gun that you can put in his hand. His sword. Now the funny part is you want the sword to face this way, but because of this these little parts sticking out, it doesn't go in the hand all the way that way, so it doesn't really go well. It pushes the fist back. So what I do is just angle it on the side like this. I know it kind of looks funny, but I think I'd rather have it that way than this way, because it seems like the dull end is facing forward. So I just rotate it a bit. So he has these two cannons that can be mounted on the side like so here to be kind of like back cannons. Put it here. There you go. And there you have Skalor, or Golf. Now I don't know of any place to keep his arm, so I'm just going to keep it aside. I guess there's, yeah, I guess if you really wanted to, you can peg it in here or somewhere, but I'm just going to leave it to the side. And here's Skalor in his robot mode. He looks really cool. I really like the look at it. Let's take a closer look at the face. I love the gold face with the red eyes. Nice clean painted detail here. The front part here can pop out, so if you wanted to do that whole Prime Master armor thing, I guess you could, but I don't know. I always thought that was a silly gimmick. So let's put that here. Nice paint apps on here as well. And love the colors here. The colors are just so cool in my opinion. Now could use some detail here, but I still think it's a great figure. Take a look at the back. I wish the way they molded it was different, where they didn't have to split that Decepticon symbol, or just split it right in the middle of the head. But it is what it is. Hey, let's take out his accessories and go on to articulation. So the head can rotate 360. It's on a, I guess it's kind of tiny ball. I don't know. It's not really a ball joint. He has no tilt. The arm can rotate 360. Has to clear the back though. Can lift at the shoulder here. His elbow is on a ball joint, which allows him to get a little more than 90-degree bend and 360 all around. No wrist articulation on the hand. He can rotate his waist 360. He can kick, he can do the splits somewhat. He can kick this much, this far back. He can also bend at the knee this much. No ankle tilt at all, but for the most part, he is articulated in all the places I would want him to be. And for some size comparisons, here he is next to Siege Barricade. As you can see, he is taller than him, and my Siege Barricade has the Toy Hacks treatment. And here he is next to Earthrise Starscream, a Voyager figure. Before I share my final thoughts on this figure, I just want to say that I did not go over the other modes of him as an arm or a foot, because I wanted to save that for the overall King Poseidon or Piranacon review when I do their combined mode and have all 6 Seacons to do it with. So I'm just going to save that for later, but for now, my final thoughts on Skalor, also known as Golf or Skalor, whatever you want to call it. I am really pleased with it. Glad I pre-ordered it. The colors are nice. It could use some more paint detail, and I'm hoping Toy Hacks will do something with it. But both modes, robot mode and his fish mode, I have really no complaints on except for paint detail. I think they look great in both modes. Articulation is fine for what it is. I mean, I don't expect the ankle tilt or wrist articulation. I know this is a retool from the Power of the Primes time, so it's okay. I do appreciate the better articulated hands that it comes with and how they design it, so I'm hoping it'd be kind of cool to get these again, like I said, sold separately to upgrade the rest of my combiners with this much better design. But other than that, all in all, I'm very happy with it, very pleased. Can't wait for the rest of the Seacons to get released and finally finish this last combiner in my collection. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Follow us on social media and check out our Discord. Links in the description below.